The U.S. has the most diversified education system in the world, with public and private schools. School usually refers to everything from kindergarten to university, at all levels flourishing alongside each other. Around 90% of students in the United States complete high school, and the U.S. also has a higher percentage of college graduates, over 50%, than many countries. Many American universities and other higher education institutions are internationally renowned. The U.S. arguably has the best undergraduate education system in the world, and their student bodies include thousands of foreign students from all corners of the globe. Full-time education is compulsory in all states and includes the children of foreign nationals permanently or temporarily residing in the U.S. for a minimum of 1 year. All children, regardless of their parents' legal status, have the right to enroll in school in the U.S. Compulsory schooling usually commences at the age of 6 and continues until between 14 and 18 depending on the state. The typical American receives 12 years of education, known as K-12, although the average is lower in rural areas and small towns, apart from university towns, and higher in metropolitan areas. Public and private schools in the U.S. There's no federal education system in the U.S., where education is primarily the responsibility of individual states and districts. Consequently, education standards and requirements vary considerably from state to state and district to district. Because schools rely heavily on property taxes for funding, it is usually the case that higher income districts have better schools. No fees are payable in public, state, primary and secondary schools, which are attended by around 90% of children. School children of all ages are usually referred to as students. The other 10% attend private fee-paying schools, most of which are church-sponsored, often Roman Catholic, parochial schools. The number of students enrolling in private schools has been decreasing for the last 2 decades. There's also a growing trend, an increase of 15% per year, for children to be educated at home, and it's estimated that some 2 to 3 million Americans, 3% of the school-age population, are taught by parents at home or in communal classes. Education levels. Formal education comprises 3 levels: elementary, secondary, and higher. Secondary school usually consists of middle school, grades 6 to 8, and high school, grades 9 to 12. Vocational training, adult education, and special schools or classes also form part of the education program in most states. Many states and communities provide schools or special classes for children with special educational needs, including those with emotional and behavioral problems, moderate and severe learning difficulties, communication problems, partial hearing, or physical disabilities. There are also private schools catering for gifted and talented children, and most public schools have gifted and talented programs. Separation of state and religion. The U.S. Constitution requires the separation of state and religion and forbids religious observance in public schools, although there are plans to restore school prayers in some areas, but children are still expected to participate in the ritual morning Pledge of Allegiance to the American flag in many schools, although the words "under God" are optional. With the exception of a few private schools, school uniforms are rare, although they're becoming more popular at charter schools, particularly in large cities. A unique aspect of the U.S. education system is the high degree of parental involvement. Parent power isn't only accepted, but is welcomed and encouraged through local parent-teacher associations, PTAs, and home and school associations, HSAs, attached to every school. PTAs and HSAs meet regularly and concern themselves with many aspects of a school's affairs, including the curriculum, facilities, school hours, and after-school activities and programs. Parents are encouraged to attend meetings and show an interest in the school and their children's education. It's also a good way for newcomers to make friends. Schools organize parent days, back-to-school nights, and parent-teacher conferences, where parents can meet teachers and examine their child's school timetable. Educational standards in the U.S. In the last decade or so, there has been extensive debate over the declining standards and low achievements of American students, particularly when compared with students in other leading industrialized countries such as Germany and Japan. In tests given to American and foreign students, the US has had a poor showing. American high school students and graduates, from public and private schools, ranked 31st worldwide in math, science, and reading. To address this, the federal government has introduced standardized testing in schools to measure achievement and to distribute funds accordingly. Parents can take a look at schools' average scores on these tests to get an idea of how they compare. In recent years, many parents concerned about the decline in public education have turned to private schools. Although the cost of private education is high, many American parents consider it an acceptable price to pay, particularly if the outcome is a bachelor's or master's degree from a prestigious university, with its resulting monetary value in the job market. Education for its own sake or the love of learning is rare in the US, where education and qualifications are judged primarily on their earning power, particularly MBAs. Foreign families resident in the US for a short period may prefer to send their children to a private international school, where they will be less immersed in American ways. The organization and curricula of most private schools and colleges are similar to those of public schools, although the administration differs. Around 1 in 5 children enrolled in public schools speak another language than English at home. If your child doesn't speak English fluently, inquire whether English as a second language, ESL, classes are available or whether study is available in other languages. Most states have ESL programs, especially in areas with large immigrant populations. In most states, children also have the option of learning a foreign language, with Spanish being the most common. Other foreign languages commonly studied in the U.S. primary and secondary schools are French, German and Japanese. The U.S. education system emphasizes a broad-based education that encourages critical thinking, independent research, and interdisciplinary approaches. The curriculum typically combines core requirements, electives, and opportunity to choose a major. Generally, the U.S. higher education system focuses on equipping you with practical and updated knowledge to prepare you for jobs. Moreover, you'll be encouraged to explore various subjects before specializing in your area of interest. The coursework often involves a mix of lectures, seminars, group projects, and practical assignments to foster a well-rounded education. According to the American education system levels, typically, you have the option of following levels after schooling. After schooling, international students can directly enroll for associate degrees in U.S. universities. Typically, the duration for associate degrees in U.S. is of around 19 to 24 months. It is a foundation-level program that offers basic knowledge of the subject and prepares you for advanced studies. After completing an associate degree, you can directly enter the workforce or enroll for 4 years of a bachelor's degree. Undergraduate, also known as a bachelor's degree, is another option you can pursue after schooling. Generally, undergraduate education in the U.S. lasts for 4 years. If we talk about the semester, there are around 8 semesters, with a gap of every 6 months. You can choose a major or combine multiple areas of study before specializing in a particular field. One of the most unique features of the education system in USA is that international students can switch majors at some point in their undergraduate studies. Undergraduate programs in the USA provide a comprehensive education that combines coursework, research, internships, and extracurricular activities to foster intellectual development and practical skills. The minimum overall score required in 12th grade to enroll for a bachelor's degree in USA is 55%. Graduation level is also commonly known as a master's degree. After completing your bachelor's degree, you can directly enroll for graduate study in the USA. In the US, a master's degree usually lasts for 2 years. And if we talk about the semesters, it consists of 4 semesters, with a gap of every 6 months. The master's courses in USA allow students to understand their field and develop specialized skills deeply. Generally, to be eligible for graduate studies, students require 4 years of bachelor's degree. However, 3 years of a bachelor's degree from an NAACA-accredited university is also acceptable. If you do not have 4 years of bachelor's degree, you may go for a credential evaluation to get eligible for a master's in a U.S. university. The minimum overall score required in a bachelor's to enroll for a master's degree in USA is 60%. PhD courses in the USA provide international students unparalleled opportunities for advanced research and intellectual growth. Pursuing a Doctor of Philosophy, PhD, degree in the USA involves in-depth study and specialization in a specific field of interest. You can apply for PhD degree once you complete your master's. At PhD level, you have an opportunity to choose a specific specialization and focus only on that. PhD programs in the USA typically offer a combination of coursework, comprehensive exams, and independent research. Generally, to enroll for PhD degrees, students must do research work. Embark and excel in your study abroad journey with our expert team. According to the American education system, international students have 2 academic years. Typically, they begin in August, fall, and January, spring. Each semester lasts approximately 15 weeks, around 6 months, followed by a winter or spring break. Some institutions also offer a summer semester, providing additional coursework or internship opportunities. International students have the opportunity to apply for both intakes. In the United States, most programs use the semester credit hours, SCH, system, which is based on the assumption that a full-time study load is 30 U.S. credits per year. A U.S. credit generally consists of a weekly workload of 1 hour in class and 2 hours outside of class for the duration of 1 semester. This means the total workload for 1 U.S. credit is generally between 45 and 50 hours, of which a minimum of 15 contact hours. However, it's important to note that credit policies and scales may vary between universities and even among different departments within the same institution. The grading system in USA can be confusing for international students. The grading system in the USA for bachelor's and master's degrees is typically graded on a scale of 4 letter. Each letter grade corresponds to a specific grade point value. Grades are typically assigned based on a combination of factors, including exams, coursework, projects, presentations, and participation. The cumulative grade point average, GPA, is calculated by assigning grade point values to each course and averaging them based on the credit hours of the respective courses. The grading system in US is as follows. A. Excellent, 4.0 grade points. B. Good, 3.0 to 3.9 grade points. C. Satisfactory, 2.0 to 2.9 grade points. D. Passing but below average, 1.0 to 1.9 grade points. However, some universities may have slight variations in grading scales or use different symbols for the same grade point values. It's important to note that specific grading policies may vary among institutions and even among departments within the same institution. In the American study system, international students have a wide range of educational institutions to choose from. Here are the main types of educational institutes available for you. Universities. Universities in the USA offer a comprehensive range of undergraduate and graduate programs across various fields of study. They typically grant bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees. Universities are often research-focused and offer extensive resources, including libraries, laboratories, and research centers. Now we can further divide universities into private, public, and Ivy League universities. Private universities are owned by a group of people or any single person. Generally, the tuition fee in these universities is higher. Often, private universities are smaller in size. Universities that the U.S. government owns are public universities. The tuition fee in public universities is comparatively lower than the other educational institutions. Ivy League is a group of the 8 most prestigious and oldest universities in the U.S. These universities are known worldwide for their excellent education system and sports opportunities. Community colleges, also known as two-year colleges, provide two-year associate degree programs. These institutions often have lower tuition fees and offer a variety of vocational and technical programs. Many international students choose to start their higher education journey at a community college before transferring to a four-year university to complete their bachelor's degrees. Liberal arts colleges focus on providing a broad-based education in the arts, humanities, social sciences, and sciences. These colleges emphasize critical thinking, writing skills, and a well-rounded education. Liberal arts colleges are often smaller in size, allowing for more personalized attention and close interactions with professors. Institutes of technology are specialized institutions focusing on science, engineering, technology, and related fields. These institutes provide hands-on learning, research opportunities, and cutting-edge facilities. Prominent examples include California Institute of Technology, Caltech, and Georgia Institute of Technology, Georgia Tech. Business schools, also known as schools of business or business colleges, offer programs specifically focused on business and management education. These institutions provide undergraduate and graduate programs, including Bachelor of Business Administration, BBA, Master of Business Administration, MBA, and specialized master's degrees in areas such as finance, marketing, and entrepreneurship. Well-known business schools include Harvard Business School, Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania, and Stanford Graduate School of Business. When considering educational institutes in the USA, you should carefully research and consider factors such as program offerings, reputation, location, cost, campus culture, and support services to find the best fit for their academic and personal goals. The USA is known for its diverse and inclusive environment, welcoming students from all over the world. International students can expect a supportive network of faculty, staff, and fellow students who understand the challenges of studying in a new country. Many U.S. universities have a team of international student support who are dedicated to solving the problems faced by international students. Besides this, universities often have international student offices that assist with visas, cultural adjustment, and academic support. Additionally, many institutions offer clubs, organizations, and cultural events allowing international students to connect with their peers and showcase their own cultures. Thank you for watching this video.